Hey everyone, Creatively Kara here, and my channel is all about taking you along on my creative journey with me. Today we're going to be doing some goal setting, and I'll be using the WINPlanner. Now, this planner was sent to me for free to leave my honest review about it. So I'm really excited to dive deep into this planner and how it can help you set your goals and achieve them. And then I'll also be showing you how I'm going to use the WINPlanner, but also use my bullet journal to write down my goals. So stay tuned and let's get planning. This is really my first time diving into it, and I'm really excited to kind of share with you how I plan to use it. As you can see, I have a goals page set up in my bullet journal as well. So I plan to use the WINPlanner to specifically keep track of my goals on a monthly, weekly, daily basis, and then I will also be able to keep track in my bullet journal, but more on sort of this weekly basis, I guess. There's a lot of really inspiring content within the book as well, quotes from important people. It's just to help you find your commitment to reaching those goals. So they have a yearly calendar here for 4 years, and then they can also have a place for you to put important dates. So if you want to use that, now I probably won't use this since I have my bullet journal, but they could be important dates related to goals. And as I was sitting there thinking about that, I'm like, oh, well, actually, one of my goals is to do the fitness program right now. So I decided to put in the start date for the fitness program that I'm doing, which is #MBF through Beachbody. So I did put that here, and I felt like that was relevant enough to include for this section. But again, I have my bullet journal, so my yearly log is all in there. Then it has a couple pages just to explain how to use your WINPlanner, finding your why, setting your yearly goals, then setting the monthly goals and the daily goals. So again, it really breaks it down into all the areas, and I think that's really great because I think it's important to kind of get the big picture, but then also break it down to those more minute details of when you're going to complete things. Then on this page, just a little bit more information about what's inside the book to kind of help give you some guidance. There's little cutout papers on the calendar that you can use, but I don't know if I'll be doing that. But finding your why, and finding your why is just, why are you doing this? Why are you committed to these goals? Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to achieve this? So I'm realizing how important it is to really write down that why. And yeah, so I thought I would share my why here, and really I'm doing it just so I can be the best version of myself, but also finding motivation for, my husband and my kids. I want to be kind of that inspiration to them as well. So also working on my self-care, because that's something that I am not good at, and I want to be able to take care of myself so that I can also take care of others. So that's kind of my why. My family is a big part of that, but also just really believing who I am and I don't know, just being an inspiration to myself, I guess. So I don't know, that why can be hard. Now, SMART goals, I have definitely used these before, but they're very helpful when creating goals. So you'll have specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based. So these are all elements that make up your goal. You want to make sure that they have these so that it's a nice, strong goal that you can go towards. So I wrote down a couple of my goals in here. So I put down, lose a minimum of 20 pounds by the end of the year. We'll see how that goes. I'm really great at my exercise right now, but the nutrition is just down the tank. I love food, okay? So we'll get there. And then growing my Creatively Kara channel, or Creatively Kara business, I guess. It's not really a business, but I love doing this, and I want to find the time to do it more. And I think that kind of wraps into self-care, because I do art for self-care, and I love being able to then share my art with others. I want to make it a goal to really focus on my Creatively Kara content, specifically on Instagram and YouTube. So just making sure I'm being consistent in that area. Now, here is the monthly overview. This is all undated, so you can start this whenever, and I am starting it in August. And I have room to put 3 goals for the month. So I'm going to put in some of the goals that I have, which is like completing the 21 Extreme Fix program. That's the nutrition program. So hopefully maybe after this month I will be a little better at that. And then also completing the hashtag MBF program, and hashtag MBF stands for Muscle Burns Fat. It's just a Beachbody program, but it's what I'm doing right now to focus on my exercise and my fitness. It's a 3-week-long program, so it'll be done before August ends, but I'm still excited to complete that. And then the last goal I have here revolves around my Creatively Cara content. So basically developing and sticking to a monthly posting schedule. I always have these ideas in my head of how I'm going to do this, and then I don't follow through. So again, this is just sort of my way of being able to create things and have a good time. So I'm not like super strict on myself about it, but I also want to be able to grow my audience. And in order to do that with algorithms and everything, you have to post more consistently. So I am working on that. But again, since it's undated, I just have to put in the dates myself here. And since August has 31 days, I had to actually sneak up the 31 to the top since this one did not have a 6th row, but that's okay. Now the side over here has a little few things that you can put in, so like books to read or lectures to watch. So Love and Logic is something that I want to read right now. But lectures to watch, so the 21-day fix, I'm counting that as there. And then you can set your daily routine. So when you want to wake up, when you want to go to bed, and what time you want to work out, different things like that. So that is the monthly overview, and I think it's great. There's also a little space on that page for some ideas and notes to put as well. Now we get this weekly view, which technically also breaks it down by day. So the day I was filming this, it was August 3rd, and I realized, yeah, I'm probably not gonna just randomly write down my goals because it was like halfway through the day. So instead, I set goals for the next day of when I wanted to wake up and basically complete everything throughout my day. So I did have a wake up time. I had journaling and relaxing time. And then I wanted to include also throughout the day at what point I wanted to have water intake in, because my goal is to start intaking more water. I think that is in alignment with working on my nutrition. So there's a little space at the bottom for you to write in goals for next week and how this week went. So that's pretty cool. And there are 2 tabs as well to help mark pages. But now we're going to move on to my bullet journal. So I've already written down the specifics in the WINPlanner, but I want to be able to have this in my bullet journal as well. So I'm rewriting those 3 monthly goals here. And by the way, this was like my least favorite spread in my August setup. I don't know, it just kept kind of evolving and not going where I wanted it to for how it to look. So just ignore this. If you want to see my August plan with me, I'll link it here in the cards. I love this setup, but this page is probably my least favorite. Anyways, so I wrote out my 3 goals, and then the 3 boxes below that is going to be space for me to kind of reflect on the previous week. Now, I know there's kind of a space for this in the WINPlanner, but that's how I want to use it in my bullet journal, so I can kind of reflect back on how I felt my weeks went and what I'm doing to basically achieve that goal. I thought since this kind of aligns with my goals, I wanted to fill in my check-in page with you here and now. I got this idea from Claudia Joseph. She's another bullet journaler here on YouTube. She also makes some amazing art, so I'll link to her channel down below because she's actually one of my friends and I love her content. So this check-in though is something that I like to do monthly, and it's really just a time for me to reflect on where I'm at in my physical sense, mental or emotional, and then also professional. So physically, I'm actually really happy with where I'm at. I've been very consistent in exercising the last month, and that's been amazing. My mental health overall has been okay, but the last couple weeks was getting a little rough. I don't know why, just, with 2 kids and busy with work, things happen. And professionally, I use this space to kind of reflect on my work and then also my Creatively Cara content. So I usually leave a couple sentences to both. And honestly, work is going well. I love what I'm doing. Also, Creatively Cara content, I pretty much write the same thing every time I do a check-in. So I really need to work on these goals. But, again, just posting more consistently, finding this schedule, finding a rhythm that I can get into to just kind of make this stuff a little bit more consistent. Well, that is all I have for you today. If you want to check out the WINPlanner yourself, I will leave a link in the description box down below to their website. It's a pretty awesome planner, and I'm really excited to use it in conjunction with my bullet journal. If you liked what you saw today, make sure you hit that like button, and if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Until next time, bye. Bye-bye.